The best coach in my shirt. What I got on this sleeve, right? Yeah, you can see a little bit. The East team, all-star coach. Excited about that. I'm on LinkedIn now, and I'm starting to spread a little bit like wildfire. Excuse me. But I'm on LinkedIn, and today's episode on The Best Coach is about being thrown or throwing somebody under the bus. Student athletes, my football players, fellow coaches, civilians. We're talking about throwing somebody under the bus. Now, what I don't know is for people that throw people under the bus, do you know you're throwing people under the bus? Half of y'all might say, yeah. The other half might say, hell yeah. The person knows that they're throwing you under the bus. And how do you feel if you're the person that's getting thrown under the bus? Well, what is this thrown under the bus thing, coach? I'm glad you asked. Getting thrown under the bus is when somebody makes a mistake or they do something, sometimes in a work environment, or, let me just use work as an example. In a work environment, somebody does a project or do an assignment, they botch the assignment or they don't do it right, and next thing you know, the supervisor, the boss, or whoever is in charge of this non-entrepreneur adventure you are on questions that person. Whether it's in your face or behind your back, they may say, so-and-so did it. But the person who was the supervisor or the boss or whoever you want to call them, the one in charge or whatnot, the overseer, soothsayer, whatever, makes an executive decision to use your name. Use your name. Your name is brought up in the scenario to show that you're the reason why the situation is messed up and not them. Some people know this from the prison system. 2 or 3 people are a part of a crime, or this is my storytelling section, and one person is inside of the grasp of the police department, and some people call it snitching or whatever, and they're squealing and telling on somebody else. That person now either gets in trouble or may possibly be perceived in a negative fashion because of you. And the person that's thrown up underneath the bus or you said some things about does not appreciate it, so therefore this leads to a negative experience. Sometimes it can become fatal. So as a student athlete and as a football player, you want to try to avoid as many situations, snitches, being thrown under the bus or whatever. You want to just cut down on dialogue with people, period, almost. Especially while you're trying to operate your career as a football player. It just all doesn't mix. It's almost like having to walk on eggshells constantly because of people, their fears and their jealousy. And they just want to impose all of that stuff on you. And if they know you are a football player, I tell you, because of fear and because of jealousy, they are interested in getting you in trouble. It's a sad story, a very sad story. So you have to be careful. You have to watch people. You have to be polite. And you have to treat the world like customer service. Yes, sir. No, ma'am. If football is not a big deal to you and it doesn't matter, then go ahead. Do what you got to do. But if you're interested in trying to be successful, you better pay attention to your behavior. Because somebody will throw you under the bus. This is the best coach. I love you guys.